Don't open the door. Find out why in this episode of 5 Minutes Closer. I'm Vaughn Weatherford, and this is 5 Minutes Closer. For the next 5 minutes, let's explore some biblical truths and apply them to your life. No podcast, including this one, can transform your life or give you what you really need. Only Jesus can do that. You can find out why in what I've called the first five episodes of 5 Minutes Closer. Each following episode explores scriptural truths that, if you follow them, will bring you 5 minutes closer to the person God created you to be. Let's see if we can get you 5 minutes closer. I watched a fire prevention training video that provided tips on what to do in case of a fire. One suggestion was to feel the temperature of a door before opening it. If you open a door to a room full of flames, those flames will likely engulf your room. Fortunately, I've never had to test that principle. I've never been in a fire. However, the story of Cain and Abel provides a similar spiritual principle. Here's what God says in Genesis chapter 4, verses 6 and 7. The Lord said to Cain, "Why are you angry, and why is your face fallen? If you do well, will you not be accepted? And if you do not do well, sin is crouching at the door. Its desire is contrary to you, but you must rule over it." When a wolf is crouching at the door, it's a good idea to leave it closed. Anger is precisely that, a wolf crouching at our door. We all get angry. What we do with that anger makes all the difference. Cain was upset because God accepted his brother's offering, but not his. The reason was simple. His brother Abel came to worship God. Cain came because he had to. When Cain becomes upset, God asks him why. Now, God knew precisely why Cain was upset. He was pouting because God accepted Abel's offering but rejected Cain's. God didn't ask Cain why he was angry because God didn't know. He asked Cain because Cain needed to stop and think about why he was angry. I've spoken to a lot of angry people through the years. Family members who got angry, friends who got angry, neighbors who got angry, church members who got angry. At first, I just thought I attracted a lot of angry people. Then I looked around. There are just a lot of angry people out there. Funny thing, most of them don't know what they're angry about. They know they're angry, but their anger usually comes out at whomever or whatever is closest. The object of their anger is often not the cause of their actual anger. They kick the dog when they get home because they got passed over for a raise at work. They yell at their kids because their parents yelled at them when they were kids. They chew out the customer service rep on the phone for a product that was broken in packaging by someone at a factory in another state that the customer service rep doesn't even know. Cain's anger was that way. He was mad at his brother and angry at God. But Cain was the one who was at fault. Abel didn't make him bring a crummy sacrifice. God didn't need his offering, whatever it was. The only person Cain hurt through his anger was himself. At least he was the only person he had hurt so far. That's why God warns him, stop and think about this. That's the first step to controlling your anger. The second is similar. When you get angry, don't open the door. God tells Cain to stop and think. Anyone who's ever been to the zoo at feeding time has seen it. The zookeeper doesn't walk into the tiger cage and feed the animal out of his hand. They enter only when the tiger is not in the enclosure. They leave the food in a designated spot. The zookeeper only opens the gate for the tiger when the zookeeper is safely outside. Why? Because the minute that gate opens, the tiger is going to eat whatever's in its path. The zookeeper knows better than to stay inside. They don't want to become the next Purina Tiger Chow. God knew what Cain was about to do. He was about to murder his brother. It didn't have to turn out that way. It doesn't have to turn out that way for us either. We need to view anger as a wolf crouching at the door. When you are angry, stop and think. Don't let it in. You can avoid the damage anger can bring into your life because now you're 5 minutes closer. My prayer is that these 5 minutes have challenged you, inspired you, and caused you to consider applying God's message for your life from His Word. To find out more, visit our website at 5minutescloser.com. Join me next time to see if we can get you 5 minutes closer.